Well, good early Sunday morning, boys and girls. Today's going to be a really quick tip type video. I'll be going over how to adjust both the headlight cover height and panel gaps and the light beam itself direction, both inboard, outboard, and or up or down. Should be pretty quick. This is something I'm surprised I've never touched on in the last 2 years. And I've had to make quite a few adjustments recently, just doing some little bezels I made, so hopefully this helps someone out there. Alright, well I'm going to stop jibber jabbering. We'll go over to the car and I'll start walking you through it. Alright, over here at the car. Now I do have the night drive lights as you see there, but the cover to come off and the bezel is the same regardless of what kind of headlight situation you have. For the bezel, to take that off first, there's going to be 3 screws. Now again, mine's a unique situation because I, again, have the night drive. Your first screw would be down there for your bezel, and then you have 2 more over here, one back here, and then one right here. You would take all 3 of those off, and the shroud would simply come off, and then it would expose the screws to take the headlight cover off entirely. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy off and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, here's a better perspective. So again, on the bezel, you would have this one, and that would come off first. Again, mine's unique because I custom made these for my night drive. And then at that point, the shroud would come off and it would expose the other 4 bolts, one being right in there, 2 back here, and then 1 over here. That guy right there, that guy right there, and then these 2 get the cover off. Now, first thing I'm going to show you is how to adjust the cover itself. If you panel gap towards the front or the back, and or let's say the passenger side headlight cover is sticking up higher than the driver's side, I'll walk you through exactly how to fix that. This whole headlight assembly mechanism, whatever you want to call it, it floats kind of like on a tray, and there's 4 bolts right here. One right there, one right there, one right there, and one right there. You undo all 4 of those, and you can move this guy forward and aft. If you have panel gaps in the front, you simply undo all 4 of those. Don't take them out, just loosen them, pull it forward just a little bit, tighten it back down. Boom, your panel gap should be squared away. And again, the reverse for the other side. If you have a panel gap in the back, just do the exact opposite. Now, let's say this headlight cover's too high, for whatever reason. You have 4 bump stops on this guy. You have one right here, you have one right there, and one right there. You would just simply take a wrench and adjust these up or down, correlating to exactly where the headlight cover is sticking up more. Once you figure out the anatomy of the light situation, it's actually very intuitive and very simple. Again, you get the 4 bolts, boom, to move this entire tray forward or aft. And you got these 4 white bump stops. I call them bump stops. You can call them whatever you want to adjust the heights. And that's just how the headlight assembly lays on there. So there you go. That's how you adjust your headlight cover for panel gaps and or being too tall. Now, let's say you're totally cool with how your headlight assembly looks, but your beams are maybe too high, you're blinding people, they're too low, you can't see anything, maybe they're too far inboard, maybe too far outboard. I'm going to show you the 2 little screws inside this deal to adjust that. Alright, now if you ever noticed why the headlight assembly on the C5 connects to the back bracket, all these little kind of ball joint deals, like a ball and socket, if you will, right there. That's because there's 2 adjusters to adjust this guy up and down a little bit, inboard, outboard, just a little bit. Now, if you want to adjust this guy inboard or outboard, super simple. This little guy right there. Don't go crazy. Just give it a couple little turns and check your beam. But that's how you do it. Super easy to access. Now, if you want to adjust this guy just a little bit up or a little bit down, and again, because the projector angle degree is not going to take much to adjust this, so a couple turns and then check what you're doing. Don't go crazy with it. It's that guy right there, and it connects down there. Boom. It's hard to see it right there. And then I want to say you turn it clockwise, it's going to go up. Counterclockwise, it's going to go down. You're going to need to get creative with some sort of extension to come in from the side right here. I will say a few of the night drive lights, it's much easier because you don't have all the headlight assembly. But yeah, that's how you do it right there. That rod is for your up and down, and this guy is for your inboard, outboard. Pretty simple. And again, once you know the anatomy of the light, fixture both the mounting for the cover and adjusting the forward aft, inboard, outboard. It's pretty simple. So hopefully this helps someone out there. I'm not farting with mine. I have mine dialed into exactly how I want them, but hopefully this makes sense to someone and someone out there with some panel gaps or something that's driving them insane. Hopefully this helps you out. All right, guys, that's it for today. Like I said, a quick and dirty video, and I'll be back in a few days with another fun, exciting C5 Corvette video. All right, guys, take care. Mark out.